Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. Joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And we'll be getting the inside story tonight. Shams Charania is joining us at the broadcast table. Shams, it is so great to have you by our side.
Kevin, thank you so much. It's great to be here. I always love to follow the game, talk about the game. It should be a lot of fun tonight.
You'll give great insight. We can't wait to get going. And a look now at a few years' worth of data. Some of the assist numbers under the microscope for Chris Paul.
The drop in his assists over the past few years have made him more of a one-dimensional player offensively. He needs to get that passing element back in his game, and that'll make life a lot more difficult for opposing defense.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Sochan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. Outside, the wings are Vassell and Barnes. And it's Paul in at the point. And for the 76ers, running the wings, it's Oubre and George. Yabusele out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Maxey in at the 1. You know, Shams, you cover transactions all day long, all season long.
The fact they found a way to get it done.
You know, Shams, I don't know how many kids grow up thinking they're going to be an NBA insider. But clearly that is something that you probably thought about at one time or another. Did you think that was going to be your path?
Kevin, I knew at the age of 16 years old what I wanted to do, and this path I wanted to take an insider for the NBA because I loved playing basketball, I loved writing, and I had a genuine passion for transactions, for the behind-the-scenes stories. So to be able to tell that story to the fans, I feel like I am one of the fans. That's why I feel like I can relate to the fans, and so that's what inspired me mostly to take this career path that I've taken.
So connected. It is a pleasure reading you and hearing you.
Kevin, appreciate you so much, and just know the stories will keep coming.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
Collins checked in for Victor Wembanyama. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the San Antonio Spurs. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team. And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
And a moment to check out Tyrese Maxey here. Over the last month, getting it done. And he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And as you mentioned, one of the more efficient scorers in pro basketball. He challenges defenders with his bravado. And more often than not, he prevails. Yabusele kicks to Oubre. Pass to Drummond. Drummond is doubled. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Clock at 6. Yabusele passes to Maxey. Lays it up and banks it in. Maxey's got his second bucket of the night.
Not just the perimeter threat now. Maxey very adept at converting in close, too.
Pass to Vassell. And it's off from three-point range. 76ers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for to start off this game. Barnes against George. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And in last year's playoff, Shams, we did see a lot of players injured and unable to play. What are some of the solutions that may be being talked about that you hear about?
People certainly ask if this is a result of the 65-game rule. Is it the more physical play? Is it the consequences of the regular season? The league is going to take a wait-and-see approach to determine if this is an issue they have to fix. But they do love the results of what this is.
And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Spurs lead by 1. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. Lets it go with a 3. Connects from three-point range. Barnes has got 12.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
There's 1:38 left to play here in the second quarter. Paul passes to Barnes. Vassell with it. Spurs passing it around. Wembanyama, a screen on Lowry. The shot by Paul, no good. Shams, we appreciate you stopping by. We know you got a lot of things to do, a lot on your plate. Your phone's going bananas. It's lighting up about every 15 seconds. You go take care of that. We'll see you back here next time.
I can always make time for you guys. Kevin, appreciate you guys having me on.
Shams Charania, the best. Thank you so much. Great stuff right there from Shams, one of the most plugged-in people in the world of basketball.
Hey, I mean, if something is going down that's big news, Shams is the first to get a hold of it. He knows everybody around the NBA.
The 76ers trail by 8. Here's Maxey, and he drives in, and the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
And that replay showed just how forceful that block was.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Vassell outside. A three-pointer off the mark. Philadelphia has gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Here's Maxey. Rebound, San Antonio. Paul's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Maybe the most hyped teenager since LeBron James. Wembanyama is the poster child for upside.
For the Spurs, Wembanyama, 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Wembanyama. Here's Maxey. He had 27 points last game. Driving to the basket with 4 seconds on the clock and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Harrison Barnes getting it done for San Antonio. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what did you see in the first half?
We had ball movement. You know, we weren't in mud. The guys were in attack mode. Nobody held the ball. You know, you pass, catch, or shoot. And we did that a lot in the first half.
Yeah, you had them swiveling, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot from goal, please.
Welcome to the half, as we first take a quick glance at the injury report from around the league.
The Heat without key firepower. We all know how valuable Bam is to them. Tough to replace the combination of physicality and skill. He's a strong presence on both ends.
Yeah, tough to see him out of that lineup. And circling back to the first half, things have not gone as planned for the 76ers.
They lack defensive fundamentals in a big way. Not moving their feet, reaching in, giving away so many points at the line. They can't continue to do that and expect to come back.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and Nothing has slowed him down.
Points for Victor Wembanyama.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Martin with a screen on Barnes. You know, Greg, with the combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
Good on the second free throw. And Clark, we know the last handful of years, the 76ers have been a threat in the East.
7 straight years of playoff runs. Can't get past that second-round barrier, though, Kevin. But as far as success, they've been as consistent as it comes in the East the last decade.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Wembanyama. It's hauled in by the 76ers. George has got 4 rebounds now tonight. On the wing, George. 3-pointer. Another miss by Philadelphia.
After hitting 1 3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Barnes kicks to Paul. Barnes sets a screen for Paul. Sinks the 3-pointer. Paul's got 10 points in the game.
You know, as he's gotten older, the outside jumper has become a bigger part of Paul's game, as it needs to.
Maxey against Paul. Yabusele passes to Maxey. Lays it up off the glass. Maxey's got 8 points in the quarter.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Vassell kicks to Paul. Inside, here's Sochan. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. Vassell against Oubre. Pass to Maxey. Wembanyama with it. Now here's Lowry. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, what does a win like this do for you at this time of the season?
Hopefully it gives us a little momentum. We got a tough stretch coming up. We got our back-to-back next week, so hopefully it just gives us a little momentum.
We'll see if he can keep it going again. Thanks, Chris. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.